Hello everyone, welcome back to Mystical Blog Channel where we give Natanda and Obonge gist where they fly up and down from inside the palace of Ile-Ife. My correct and wonderful people, how una day? Wonder shall never end in the palace of Ile-Ife. Yes, they are alleged information which just dey go on inside the palace of Ile-Ife where the Ile-Ife elders them react with shocking faces that Kabiyesi walked Queen Naomi out of the palace of Ile-Ife because of the unthinkable. My correct and wonderful people, it has come to the time that Kabiyesi, I feel, is kind of stressed and everything the Oloris are trying to do in the palace of Ile-Ife. Yes, they said that Kabiyesi was really angry with Queen Naomi. Yes, because they don't talk and say that person where you love now, you go vex for. Because since when we have seen this, Kabiyesi has not retaliated to all these things these Oloris have been doing in the palace of Ile-Ife. But why Queen Naomi? Now the matter wey dey for inside the palace of Ile-Ife right now, because the Ile-Ife elders and the Ifa priestess still dey deliberate on the issue of the midnight. But Queen Naomi is feeling adamant for the midnight ritual and everything, and that is only the thing that is holding Queen Naomi from coming back to the palace of Ile-Ife. So Kabiyesi called Queen Naomi early this afternoon as the information just dey come to our decks. Now they tell Queen Naomi say, see one of these days, say she go look for the way she go take break every protocols to come to do the midnight ritual. That if a priest has already conjoined everything together, that is not something that she has to stress to 2 weeks to 3 weeks to do the ritual this time around. That because of her, before the time of the Ofada festivals and everything. But Queen Naomi stood up and still stood on her ground. Yes, we understand from Queen Naomi's point of view that she has her religion, she has this one, she has that one. But now they have said they want to do it in a very different way. Since she has almost completed the full moon ritual, she has completed every other rituals, the Ifa priest, Iyanifa, and the Ifa priestess and the elders in council have stated out for her or mentioned for her to do, and she has done most of everything. Right now in the palace of Ile-Ife, Kabiyesi was trying to explain things for her, and Queen Naomi, women and their normal things and everything, but Queen Naomi was not still agreeing with Kabiyesi. And the next thing, Kabiyesi stood up, he started shouting. Yes, Kabiyesi started shouting at Queen Naomi, telling Queen Naomi that Queen Naomi should get out of the palace if she doesn't want to do all this thing, that she cannot just calm down and she cannot have her cake and still eat it again. Now, yes, him himself has break every priority. He has break every protocols to bring her back. That at least she's supposed to respect him. She's supposed to do everything. That he has been there emotionally and every otherwise support he has given to Queen Naomi. And Kabiyesi was really furious because the elders were really shocked that it was not something Kabiyesi had to talk. It's not something Kabiyesi needs to start shouting, but we feel that maybe from our own point of view, we feel that is kind of stress the Oloris are doing, the Lafogido ruling houses are coming, different people like the KD1 ultimate musician who even disrespected him on top by when they were exchanging their pleasantries and everything that was just combining in Kabiyesi head. Yes, polygamy is not easy. In as much as affecting the Oloris, is affecting Kabiyesi also. Yes, it's deteriorating Kabiyesi mental. In as much that they can come on social media, and Kabiyesi is this advanced and educated man, first class monarch. So he likes this going out, being in conferences, different places, business meeting, dignities, and showing off how the Ile-Ife tradition is to the world and everything, the Yoruba nation also. But my correct and wonderful people, looking at all these matters inside the palace of Ile-Ife, was Kabiyesi really right in doing what he had to do to Queen Naomi? Yes, because we know that definitely Kabiyesi must surely still go back to waiting in do. And maybe he has to apologize or he doesn't have to apologize. But Queen Naomi, on the other hand, needs to see it from Kabiyesi perspective, because people in the palace or the alleged information or the information we get from palace, they are saying Queen Naomi and Kabiyesi have this telepathic understanding between them, knowing how these things and other things. But for today on, it was really furious to Queen Naomi. Queen Naomi was shocked alive when Kabiyesi walked out of the palace of Ile-Ife and in front of the elders, and seeing all those things feel like it is a disrespect to Queen Naomi also. And not only disrespect to Queen Naomi, is also a shock to the Ile-Ife elders in council. Someone who you have given the Oduduwa title, someone who you have prioritized, someone who you have put first in everything before the Oloris, trying to even dish the Oloris or the Oloris who are in the palace out of the palace because of this person. And now you want to what? Make everything catastrophic. You want to destroy everything that you have built since months and months and months. Because Kabiyesi has promised Queen Naomi and has said in front of everybody, make the announcement, publicize the announcement, tell it to Yanifa and other people again, telling them that, see, it's this period now of time, he's going to make everything possible for Queen Naomi to come back to the palace of Ile-Ife. But we know as all those things are, because since he has publicized it, the Mamalawos in the palace of Ile-Ife are still what? Trying everything, putting their juju, putting all their things into hand, trying all their possible best not to allow this thing work. And one of the elders in council stood up and said, hey, this one that Kabiyesi has done this thing to Queen Naomi. Maybe one of the juju of the eve of the Oloris have started touching him one by one. But all those things are still under what? Under concentration or under conspiracy issues, or maybe just out of saying sake. So that is the thing. But right now inside the palace of Ile-Ife, everywhere is tranquilized with silence. Everywhere is silent like the graveyard because of how the thunder of Kabiyesi, the shouting of the Kabiyesi rolled in the palace, and and was shaked everywhere. Yes, Ile-Ife in silence, Ile-Ife in what? In what? In tranquility right now, as Kabiyesi had to walk with Naomi out of the what? Out of his palace because of the unthinkable. Because of Queen Naomi did not agree for him to what? Do, or the Queen Naomi did not agree for her to endeavor or to what? Take part of the night ritual in the palace of Ile-Ife. My correct and wonderful people, before we continue this matter, I say make I greet now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you come across this our channel. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share, because inside this our mystical blog, now here we dey give na first class tanda and ogbonge gist wey dey come from inside the palace of Ile-Ife. Right now the Oloris are smiling, some of them who heard the news of wetin Kabiyesi do Queen Naomi for inside the palace of Ile-Ife. But it's not something the Oloris are meant to what? Are meant to do. It's not something the Oloris are meant to start saying, yes, so Kabiyesi has changed, he wants to come back to us, so they're about. No, my correct and wonderful, Kabiyesi just had the what? Stress out of himself because of the things that are happening in palace. And Kabiyesi wants to what? Fasting the coming back of Queen Naomi. If you look at how things are going in the palace of Ile-Ife, Kabiyesi wants to do everything possible for him to what? For Queen Naomi to come back to the palace. That is what he's planning. Kabiyesi wants to do everything. Kabiyesi wants to do everything possible for him to what? Bring Queen Naomi back to the palace of Ile-Ife. My wonderful and correct people, how will I take see this matter? Yes, make una chook una mouth for the matter. Make we talk wetin dey sup. Make chook una mouth for everything wey dey happen, because inside the palace of Ile-Ife right now, it is Kabiyesi against Queen Naomi this time around, and everybody are looking at them. But they thought say the quarrel between husband and wife, they nearly put mouth inside am. Maybe e go shocktalize everybody right now. We be say Kabiyesi go come call Queen Naomi tomorrow. Now we be weekend. Say make they go vacation for one or two places just to what? Chillax. But Kabiyesi has on the second hand wants Queen Naomi to finish the midnight ritual, because that is only what is holding Queen Naomi inside the palace of Ile-Ife. That is what the last ritual Queen Naomi needs to do, according to the alleged information from the Ile-Ife palace, before they reinstate finally Queen Naomi into the palace of Ile-Ife. Well, my correct and wonderful, making a drop in a comment on the comment section. And shout out to all my subscribers, shout out to those who come through my page for the first time. I say thank you very much. God bless you all. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our page. And don't forget to click on the notification bell on, so when our Tanta and Ogbonge gist they come, and I will be the first people to the what? To the see them. Right now inside the palace of Ile-Ife, things wey dey happen and things wey dey sup inside now be say Kabiyesi has done the what? The unthinkable. By what? Pursuing Queen Naomi out of the palace of Ile-Ife, because of she disagreed with him not to what? Do the midnight ritual. But how we take see this matter? Yes, how we take see am? And the question wey we go dey ask now, how we take see everything wey Kabiyesi do? Is Kabiyesi really right in what he's doing? Or Kabiyesi just acted based on he wants everything to be finalized. He wants to be tired. He wants to what? Get rid of these Oloris in the palace. That is the thing. That is the question we need to start asking within ourselves. That is the question we need to start asking Kabiyesi. Yes, that is the question we need to start asking now. Because looking at how things are going in the palace of Ile-Ife, Kabiyesi just wants to use his hand to maneuver every issues in the palace. Kabiyesi wants to use his hand to maneuver everything in the palace. But my wonderful and correct people, looking at everything right now, it is not going very well. Yes, looking at everything in the palace of Ile-Ife, it is not going any well. So my correct and wonderful, making a chook mouth for the matter. Then I talk in our mind, talk everything where they go on, because I can't see how Kabiyesi is just leaving these women to what? Leaving all these things or shouting for Queen and walking Queen Naomi away out of the palace because of she disagreed to waiting in talk for her. Because they have contemplated on this issue for a very long time and Queen Naomi still stands her ground. But Queen Naomi on the other is supposed to what? No, say yes, so you are married to a traditional man. So there are things you're supposed to do. Because after all, in the Christendom, they said, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give God what belongs to God. So Queen Naomi, doing the midnight ritual doesn't change your faith and doesn't change the belief you have. Sometimes you just need to do something based on, say you need to just do. It is not going to take over your life. It is not going to do anything. So my wonderful and correct people, looking at all these matters in the palace of Ile-Ife, how Kabiyesi will take run the matter? How will Kabiyesi do everything in the palace? So my wonderful and correct people, I say shout out to you people. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Because inside the palace of Ile-Ife, things really happen. But we still remember your number one channel with the giving Tanda and Obonge gist. Peace and love. Shalom, Mecca. Stay safe.